Talk about a few players in particular and the progress you're seeing with them, and we'll start here in Kannapolis with George.
George is doing a really good job. So for all guys in their first, second, third year of pro ball, there's going to be peaks and valleys. And obviously with George, we've seen some really good stretches, and obviously some stretches where he's trying to find his footing and make adjustments, but he's done a really good job of being aware of what he needs to work on every day. And I think that's a theme for all young players of what is the game telling me? What do I need to pay attention to? What adjustments do I need to make to combat what I'm seeing out on the field? And to his credit, he's come here ready to work every day. And it's not just the physical work, but also the mental work that goes into handling failure, how you show up every day, how you respond to adversity out on the field. So really pleased with his overall maturity this year that we've been seeing.
Yeah, I try and give guys a wide berth, especially when they're struggling. So I didn't really talk to him at all early in the season, but when he hit 100 plate appearances, I said, I'm going to go talk to George, even though the numbers aren't there, because I know he's mentally strong enough to handle it, and which he is. And also, like I told him, I thought the bats are so much more competitive than they were last year, even if the numbers don't bear out obvious success.
That's right, and we have the ability to show them numbers that might not show up on the scoreboard that we value, being able to hit the ball hard, our swing decision score every night. And with George, it was his superpower is obviously he's a big dude. We want to see him hit home runs, doubles, but it's also being able to make more contact, and when it's quality contact there, and we've got to show him that the numbers aren't showing up there, but man, you're making more contact, especially off better pitch types that you weren't last year. So giving them that feedback too helps them see that they are being valued.
Right. Second guy is Colson. You worked with him out in Arizona. Can you share some of what the secret sauce was that you gave him that has set him on fire here?
Yeah, Colson obviously is doing amazing in Chicago, and that's what you hope for guys going from AAA to the big leagues, go up there and contribute. And it takes a village for a player to develop and to go up there. So Jim Rakan, our AAA hitting coach, did a really good job of me passing the baton from Arizona, what we worked on, carrying out the plan, and he and Colson did a really good job. And then from Jim to Marcus and Joel at the big league level, continuing the plan. And the best part of it is Colson knew exactly what was being worked on, knew the adjustments he needed to make, and then in his daily work, making sure his training was matching up with what we were asking him to do. And he's done an outstanding job, like we talked about with George. His awareness of, okay, this happened last night, here's how they attacked me, this is what I'm going to do today to combat it, has been so impressive. So another guy physically and mentally maturing in front of our eyes this year has been so fun.
Those of us in Charlotte watched the struggles for most of the season, but clearly you saw something in Arizona and his couple of weeks back in Charlotte. What did you see that made you think this is a different hitter, this is the guy we knew he could be?
Yeah, first of all, Getsy did a great job making the call of let's get him down there for the mental reset. I think the physical aspect, we could see some things in his stride length, things like that, but to be able to go down there, work, slow down, ask questions, go out to dinner, talk about mindset, just really take a breather and say, okay, I'm not attached to the results every single night. I'm a really good player, regardless whether it be basketball, baseball. I've always excelled at every level, and I'm going to figure this out here. So there were things we did physically to get him into stronger positions where he could make better swing decisions, which he did a great job at the lower minor league levels, getting that to come out more often. And then his superpower too, high bat speed, high damage, being able to let that come out even more. And we've seen it on multiple pitch types, 98 mile per hour fastballs, sliders, changeups, special hitter.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Jacob Gonzalez. I haven't been able to get to the ballpark for the last couple of weeks because of some family stuff, but I'm curious to get a look at him, and it sounds like he's a different hitter than the guy we've seen the last couple of years. What's improved about him? What do you like with what he's doing now?
Jacob's had quietly a very nice season that he's put together in Birmingham and now in Charlotte too, being really productive. But another guy where making adjustments, that's what you do as you go through the minor leagues and think about video games. Each affiliate is a level that you need to beat to go to the next one. And he's made really good adjustments with his posture, making sure he's set in a good spot where he is in the box, maximizing what pitches he can get to. And he's done a really good job. He was one of our first adapters to the Torpedo bat, understanding that he's on the plate, guys are challenging him in. How do I get that sweet spot and a good spot where I'm making the most contact? And to see him hit line drives all over the field and be able to flex that power a little bit too. Really nice adjustments he's made this year.
As a hitting guy, is it kind of obvious the guys who are going to benefit from the Torpedo bat in your estimation?
So the great part about the Sox, we made big investments into Hawkeye, so it's like an MRI of everything that's going on out on the field. So we have it in Winston, we have it in Birmingham, we have it in Charlotte, and obviously the big league club. So rather than us saying, I think this guy might benefit, we're able to give them a report of here's where you're making contact on the bat most frequently. You are a perfect candidate for a Torpedo bat. So we're able to give them objective information, which is great.
Who else did you recommend a Torpedo bat to?
So Colson, obviously, he's getting a lot of the attention right now at the big league level, but another guy where it was most of your contact is closer to the handle of the bat, near the label. All that weight at the end of your bat is actually just causing you to be a little out and around. And when you make contact there, it's not productive. Let's shift that mass down to where the handle is a little bit more, and we're seeing him being able to turn through those balls a lot easier.
Anybody else in the system?
There are plenty
okay.
out there.
That's good to know.
Yeah, there are plenty out there, so it's always fun to see the pitching matchup too. If it's a guy who's going to challenge them in, it might be the club in their bag that they're going to choose for that night. If it's a pitcher who's going to work them away a little bit more, their other bat might be an option. So it's a cool option to have, and pitchers have different pitches. For hitters to have different clubs in their bag and be able to combat it every night, smart decisions.
So could you see a situation where maybe major league pitchers adjust to Colson and they start pitching him away so he puts up the Torpedo bat for a little while?
That's the evolution of hitters. You're really good in one area, really good off a pitch type, they're going to go to something else, go to a spot and try to attack you there, and that's what we are preaching to all of our hitters, that you are matchup proof hitters. When they make an adjustment, we're going to make it right back, and it always comes down to when they throw it over the middle, regardless of how it got there, we're going to take our best shots on it.
Okay. Fan favorite, one of the guys I enjoyed watching fly through here in Winston is Sam Antonacci. And you know, I had a hitting coach in one of the lower levels tell me, you know, he's got a swing that's ready for the major leagues already. It's just so good and simple.
Good, simple swing. What stands out about Sam really from his college days too, it's gritty, tough at bats every single time out there. Unbelievable swing decisions. When he should take, he takes. When he should swing, he swings. And when he's making those good swing decisions, it's quality contact on a line, and it's just a really tough at bat every single time. He is playing for the other 8 guys out on the field. He wants to win. He wants to compete every single day. So it's just what we're preaching here. Quality at bats. When they throw it over the middle, hit it hard on a line and help the team win.
Just wanted to ask you about all the new guys. You had a chance to work with them for 2 to 3 weeks maybe in Arizona, and I'm curious what you see, what you like about some of the draft picks who are now playing pro ball.
Very excited about the crop that we pulled in from this year's draft. It's a really nice blend of high upside, high talented high school guys, and the same thing can be said for those college guys too. And here in Kannapolis, we got 3 of those guys in DePino, Shelton, and Eli Brown. Really excited to watch them, but we have a really good crop in Arizona working every day. But it's a really talented group that have different skill sets, whether it be good decisions, more contact, good decisions, more impact. But the group as a whole, really talented. They're working hard. They're really leaning into how we train, how we do things, and we've already seen progress with a lot of them.